All right, well, hey everybody, Grim Green back here today. What we're going to be talking about is a Squonker mod. This comes from GeekVape. This is the GBOX Squonker and Radar RDA combo. It's a pretty cool Squonker, and I don't want to say it's a pretty cool little Squonker because this is a gigantic Squonker. It just feels giant in your hand. But it has one of the best juice loading systems that I have ever experienced in a Squonker, and in order to get to know this device just a little bit better, what we're going to do is go up close, as we always do. Yeah, quick, short, uppy, closey time. All right, well, this is the GeekVape GBOX and Radar RDA combo right here. Taking a look at that display, yeah, it's fine. It serves its purpose, but it doesn't really look pretty or anything. It'll tell you everything you need to know as far as power, wattage, coils, amperage, voltage, and puff counter. Your little up-down buttons right here are very nice and clicky, as well as a USB. Got a nice little spring-loaded Squonker pin right there on top as well. There's honestly not a whole hell of a lot to see up close and personal, but what I did want to show you is how the juice bottle loads in here because it's kind of brilliant. So you can flip this little switch right here and your batteries can drop out, and your bottle does not drop out. So you can quickly change your batteries without having to worry about like fiddling around with your bottle or anything like that. And when you do want to take your bottle out, you just kind of pull it down. There's no need to pinch it. You just pull it down. It's sliding on this little tube right there that descends down and plugs up the bottle right there. And if you keep going, if you keep pulling, you're just going to pull it off just like that. No drips, no messes happening there. You just have this bottle right here that you can easily fill up. It's leak free, it's messy, mess free. Then you fill up your bottle, and when you want to put it back on, you just press the little plunger right into the entrance of the bottle right there and just press it all the way into the mod. That's it. It's easy. Pop your batteries back in, close it up, and you're good to go. It's one of the best designed bottle systems I think I've ever seen, and it works flawlessly. But yeah, that's really all there is to see up close and personal for the mod. So let's take a real quick look at that Radar RDA. This is how I like my airflow. I like the slot going through the middle. You can adjust this AFC so that it opens up the full slot. This AFC is quite stiff and stays wherever you put it, but you can open up that full big slot on both sides for much more of a clouds bro clouds type of experience. And then that's the build I have in there right now, and you can kind of see this deck looks wonky, but it's really easy to build on. You have two holes on both sides. These screws right here are for that coil, and these screws right here are for this coil, and there's not even really a need to pre-clip your leads. You can just press them in there and screw them down and then clip them from underneath. It was a very, very easy install experience. And yeah, it's also super easy to wick. You have that big, deep juice well in there, plenty of room for cotton and coils. Your airflow is also set up high enough from the deck that if you squonk this really hard, and I mean you can squonk this really hard and flood juice out of these airflow holes, but you can also squonk it reasonably, flood your deck, and not get any juice coming out there, and that's because the airflow is just a little bit raised up. And then of course it's 810 compatible drip tip on the top. So yeah, that's basically it for the GBOX Radar combo. Let's get back out to normal view. Let's vape this guy. So I really can't say it enough. This mod is big. This is a big, girthy, that's what she said, mod. There's no way around it. This is just gigantic. I have normal male adult size hands, and even for me, this is a big honker. It just feels big. The display is fine. It's not anything amazing. It's just a really simple LCD screen. It's not a pretty display like some other new mods that have been coming out, like that new Smoant Cylon has a very beautiful display. And that Rev GTS that I just reviewed also has a beautiful display. And after seeing some really nice displays like that, looking at this display kind of feels like I'm using a Nokia phone in 2017. It's simple, but it's not impressive in any way. One small gripe that I have with this mod is because of the size of it and because of where the adjustment buttons are placed. This has happened to me a few times, and this is going to be a real nitpicky gripe. Sometimes when I go to squonk it, if I'm holding it like this and I go to grab it, I adjust my grip a a little bit, and I like to use this finger to squonk. Push my finger against the bottle and I squonk it real hard. I will sometimes adjust the wattage on the back just from squeezing the mod. I can feel the button click as I squonk it. The only reason that would ever happen is because of hand placement, like how you're holding it when you squonk, and the way that I hold it when I squonk is like this, and yeah, I'll occasionally adjust my wattage up and down while I'm squonking it. So I kind of have to readjust how I use this mod. I'll flip it around, or I'll do something else, or I'll put my thumb right here and squonk it like this instead of gripping it. Again, it's a real small gripe, and I'm sure with all of that squonking that I have completely flooded this atomizer. Oh yeah, juice is coming out everywhere. And lastly, I just want to mention it one more time. The way that this juice bottle loads in here is just phenomenal. It is a great squonking method that works perfectly, flawlessly, almost a fiddle-free and leak-free design. GeekVape gets a lot of points for having this sort of squonking bottle system in their mod. As far as the radar atomizer goes, yeah, it's a banging little flavor atomizer. The deck on it is actually really easy to use. When I first saw it, I was very confused by it, but it's a very simple design. Your coils just go straight in, you screw the leads down, you clip them, and you're good to go. Really very easy to wick as well. Not a huge fan of the airflow on it, but I like to close the airflow down a little bit. I like to close it off to that one slot. You can change it so there's just one slot, one vertical slot in the middle, and that's my favorite. It gives me the smoothest airflow, and it also gives me, I don't know, I feel like the best flavor. This is a small little low pro atomizer, so the flavor that you get from it is going to be very nice. I've got this loaded up with the acid, with Pony on Acid from Smacks, and it tastes, even with a stuffy nose, it tastes delicious in this atomizer. Now, looking around online, you're kind of going to need your vape budget hands. I found this over on Vapor DNA for $88. I feel like $88 for a dual 18650 Squonker mod, regulated, that's not so bad. For $88, I'd like a little bit better of a fit and finish, and I would honestly like a little bit smaller of a size. But remember, it does come packed in with an RDA, so literally all you need after you buy this is batteries and juice. Well, and you need to rebuild the atomizer. You would need coils and cotton and stuff like that to build your atomizer. But you're getting a mod, a Squonker mod with an RDA, $88. Yeah, you might need a little bit of vape budget hands there, but really I feel like you're getting a lot for your money. Now, if we're going to play the Aliens game or the FDA game where they come and take everything I have, is the GBOX Squonker from GeekVape something I would seek out and buy right away? As much as I abso-freaking-lutely love the juice bottle loading system in this, I don't think it's something I would buy right away. For me, it's just far too big to comfortably hold in my hand. It reminds me of the original Rouleau. Remember when the original Rouleau came out and you're like, why is this so honkin' in my hand? But you kind of put up with it because it was a triple 18650 regulated mod. This is a dual 18650 regulated Squonker, and I'm just not willing to put up with that size again. It's a little bit cumbersome if we're being real honest. And the display, while functional, it's boring, man. It's kind of ugly to look at. And I realize that's really nitpicky and gripey, but it's the truth. Which, of course, I mean is just my opinion. But anyway, yeah, it is what it is. It's the GBOX. I've been having a great squonky time with it. The bottle loading system alone is a great innovation on this mod. But the price is still $88, so use your vape budget hands. Anyway, that's what I got for today, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me again. And yeah, as always, let's keep on vaping. This mod is a